Hey guys, welcome to SB Racing Garage, where, as the title suggests, I bought the Challenger off DD Speed Shop. This was an old race car from the 80s that if you go back and watch his videos, he got up and running. And to be honest, I actually enjoyed it for about a year and a half, just kind of puttering it around and cruising it around. And the decision was made that I want to go to drag week with it. And if you're going to go to drag week, you got to try to survive it. And on top of that, you want to go fast. Nobody wants to be the slow guy at drag week. So here we are. As you can see, a little bit happened to it. I wasn't going to make any kind of videos or anything like that. I'm not really a video guy, I'm not going to lie. Even just talking to the camera right now feels weird. But we'll kind of go through what we're doing. We'll give a little background on the car itself. We'll show you around and then we'll get right back into it. Today, I think we're going to tackle the engine bay, because in the next episode, we're going to show you what's going in this thing. The engine is built, it's been dynoed, and we'll go through everything that's in it, how much power it makes. So follow along, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I'm doing right, whatever you got to say. After that, it'll be, we're just going to try to keep going, and by the end of this episode, I'm going to reveal kind of what we want to do with this channel. Not only is it to try to create content and entertain you guys a little bit, maybe learn something, maybe I'll learn something, hopefully, because, to be honest, I have never built anything like this of this kind of speed and caliber, so it'll be a learning process, and it'll be a learning process even once it's running and getting it dialed in, but hopefully beyond that, we can help some other people while we're at it. So I'll let you know what that is at the end of this episode, and let's dive into her. All right, so if you remember, it is a 1974 Challenger that was last raced, I want to say sometime in the 80s. So it was built as a race car, and it was built as an 80s race car. There's no doubt about that. So as you can see, and this is what we'll be tackling today, there is a bazillion little screw holes and just, well, little screw holes. We have the where the heater box was, where the old wiring harness was, where it came out of. We're going to be filling all that in today and giving it a nice, shiny, gloss black paint. Reason being, Mopar guys would know it's supposed to be body color. Honestly, this isn't the original body color. I have no idea what the body color is. But as you can see, car's seen better days, and it's gonna stay that way. Reason I bought it from Dan was it's fairly rust-free. You know, it's got its little things. It's vinyl top, so it's got its little holes and its little, who knows, I don't even want to open the can of worms of taking that thing off. But the car itself is fairly solid. We open up the door, and as you can see, the interior has been pretty well stripped out. It's got the old aluminum dash in there, which, yes, I kind of like. I might make basically one of my own and just replace that one, because that one's been cut up, and you know, the old switch panel was there, and got the old auto gauge tack, and the wiring, well, Dan does great work. I will admit that. As much as he comes across as a hack, and he likes to pretend he's a hack on his channel, he does pretty solid work. Would not get him to wire your car. I will tell you that right now. But other than that, car's pretty solid. Floors are solid, as you can see, which we're going to have to rip all this carpet out before we do any kind of welding on the firewall, because I don't feel like setting it on fire, and wife probably wouldn't be happy if the house went up as well. But that's kind of what we're working with right now. It's got the old firewall in the back, and has been mini tubbed. Springs are moved inboard into the frame rails, so we fit some pretty big boots in the back. But without further ado, there's not a whole lot to walk through around this car. We will get her started. So, I gotta say, as far as engine bays go, probably not the most comfortable, but not terrible either. So the first thing we need to do is, you know, as much as the rest of the car looks and the way it is, I do kind of like a nice engine bay, so we're we're gonna try to clean it up, but we're gonna try to do this kind of on a budget, and she's gonna be rattle canned, but we're going, like I said, gloss black. We'll try to match the exterior a little bit, I guess. I'm definitely no Mopar guy, which you will find out with what kind of transmission and such we're going with. Mopar purists might hate me for it, but so be it. We'll explain our decision process on that one later. But first thing we need to do is we just need to grind off all these little holes and grind the paint around them, because can't weld the paint, as we all know. And we're just going to try to fill them in with the MIG welder. Yeah, they're not really big enough to make plugs for, so we're just going to kind of try to hit them with the MIG, see if we can fill them in. Hopefully it don't burn any more holes, and we'll go from there. Man, there's a lot of holes. It's like they screwed every little thing into this. There are a couple we're keeping. Some of those have a purpose. That one has a purpose, which you'll all see later, but well, I guess we just keep grinding, and my arms are taking a beating, so wear a long sleeve if you're doing this. Alright, so I think we hit majority of them here. I don't know. It's something. Something to start with. Look a little prettier than it was. Alright, so we are going to try to hit all of these holes with the MIG. And we're just going to kind of, the small ones, they're easy to fill. Like, I am no expert welder. Not even close to an expert welder. Don't ever get me to weld something on your car. But just to fill in holes, I think we can accomplish that. For the bigger holes, we're going to kind of start at the top, and we'll just fill them in as we go, and hopefully it turns out all right. I think I got my welder settings set up okay. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apologize. I don't know if you can hear me well or not. I don't know how well the sound's coming through. I did have a microphone showed up for the wrong phone, but wanted to get to work on this today. Wanted to get this channel going. So for the first one, I don't know. We'll see how well you can hear me. Let me know if you can't, and we'll do whatever we can. This is the first one, and hey, like anything else, we can only get better from here. So without further ado, let's weld some holes. As you expert welders could probably hear, I didn't do the greatest job cleaning up these holes. Some of them have, they're indented a little, so it's hard to get at them with stripper disc. So, I mean, it's working. Not the greatest, as you can hear by the popping and farting that's going on, but yeah, you know what? We'll make progress. We'll slowly kind of work along here and see how she turns out. I mean, hey, it's not like you can make it uglier, right? So, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how well these welds are turning out. I don't think the metal's clean enough, so I'm going to hit it with the flap disc. I'm also going to hit the welds with the flap disc, kind of see where I'm at, see what I'm working with, see whether they're holding up. Remember, they're not structural, they're just kind of filling holes. But I'll hit them with the flap disc here, and I'll show you what we're working with, and then we'll keep plugging away. And next step, we can give her all a wipe down, sorry, speak English, and hit it with some nice shiny gloss black spray paint. Might even hit it with some high build primer in certain areas just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Maybe I'll sand it, probably not. Be a good idea, but I probably won't. We've all been there. All right. So when all those welding channels you watch and the welding guys talk to you and they say, make sure your metal's clean before you start welding. Apparently that's true. I found it the hard way. You get a little leftover paint and the stripper disc just doesn't quite do it. So we had a bit of struggles. We hit it now with the flap disc. Hopefully got it a little more stripped and clean. Gave it a little quick wipe down and we'll give it a round two, try to get this, at least this side all welded up, and then we can move on, rip out the interior together and tackle the firewall. Only reason being is I don't want to set the carpet on fire because that wouldn't be fun at all. All right, let's do this. And sorry about the sniffling. I've been sick. This is my first video, but I couldn't keep putting it off, so here we are in the garage doing what we do. Rain or shine, sick or health. That works much better. All right, so as you can see, we got some welding done. We got some holes filled, ground her down. Still got a little bit more to go, but making some progress on getting a little bit of a nicer firewall. You know, good enough for what it is. We did to get the interior stripped out. We got the carpet out. As you can see, she's solid. So that's nice, not having to do any rust repairs on the floor, which, to be honest, for a northern car, that is very rare. We just got a little bit here that use a little bit of a buzz. A few extra holes that, who knows what, those are for the seats. This is where the drive shaft loop is bolted to, so we'll be taking that out. They actually will go over that after, but they actually put it in a very wrong spot. It is too far back. As you can see, cage still in here. That needs to be cut out as we're getting putting in a 10-point chromoly cage so we can get that 850 cert. And yeah, so now we can finish up the firewall, continue on, and maybe even get some paint on her tonight. Also, interesting enough, these are the old belts that came out of it, what's left of the 5-point harness that was SFI rated at one time. Looks like we got an FSI specification of December 30th, 1988. So that is a long time ago. That means it's probably been a good 30 years since this has been out and about and on the track. So excited to bring it back to its formal glory. All right, so we got it all painted up. Got it all gloss black and shiny. I mean, matches pretty close to the exterior, so hope our guys will be happy about that. Got some of the holes filled in. I mean, it's still not the prettiest, but it's better than what it was, and we'll be getting ready to throw the engine in next. All right, so that's a wrap on today's video. Wasn't the most technical of videos, which we definitely will be getting more into that kind of stuff coming up next videos and the ones going forward. So I did say that I had kind of a plan with this channel and what I wanted to do with it and involved helping others. So just to give you a little backstory, the reason I bought this Challenger from Dan was it was my dad's first car ever. He had a 74 Challenger, and it's kind of what got him into cars. Unfortunately, he passed away at the young age of 52 from prostate cancer. When later Dan had acquired this car, and I saw it, I kind of knew that I had to have it, so I went over, talked to him, we struck a deal, and here she is. So kind of living my dad's dream, I guess, of what he wanted to do eventually. With that being said, because of it, I want to donate 10% of anything I make off this channel to cancer awareness and the Cancer Society, and also to Wounded Warriors. Those are two, big charities that mean a lot to me, and I think we can really help out and do our part with that. And it doesn't take anything from any of you other than just subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Like, comment, do all those kind of things, and maybe we can grow this into something special. Wounded Warrior, that means a lot to me just because both my parents were Air Force. So having two military parents, you see what they give up and what they do for our country, and they allow our freedoms to do the things they do like this. So that being said, I'll end this video, and we'll keep trying to pump them out as long as parts keep showing up. In the next video, we'll go over this, which is 500 cubic inches of big block Mopar, and getting it kind of set up and getting the transmission locked up with it, and we'll go over all those kind of things. We'll see you next time.